Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us on today's video. I just love this car so much, I didn't want to get in the way of it and ruin the look. And you go, get out of the way, get out of the way. But I still got to walk around, I still got to show you some of the stuff around it. But how cool is this car, man? I don't care if you're a 50s child, a 60s child, a 70s child, an 80s child, it doesn't matter. When you ride in this car, man, when you ride in this car, keep in mind you're amongst a showroom full of supermodels right now, right? This car outside on the road stops traffic no matter where you go. If you don't like answering questions about your car and you don't like doing this when people drive by you, and you don't like to pull up to a place and people give you the parking space that they were going to take and go drive someplace else, if you don't like that, pass on the car. Just pass, because you're not going to enjoy it. But if you love interaction with people and you love the fact that they love cars and there's a passion too when they see it, and just makes them do this when they're talking or driving by, right? When they do that, this car elicits that response no matter where you go. Start with some paint. Come on up here, let's check this out real quick, because if you decide to go to a car show, this is what everyone's going to see. Look how crisp every word is in there, every letter is in there, all the description of your car. This is not a matte black 51. You could easily wrap this car and make it a matte black one, but the shine on this car is really what marks the era. So I say to myself, okay, cool, this is a 51, right? And now it's 2017 and we're 60-something years later, right? But I don't want it to drive like a 60-something year car. Well, that's great, because some of the upgrades inside here, because it's fully restored, the upgrades inside here make for a really, really nice driving car. And then you throw in the fact that it has air conditioning and a hidden digital sound system and stuff like that. And now you have a cool car that's very original, but fully restored and very nice and easy to drive. All right, so in a weird sort of way, this got parked right next to a Ferrari. And the Ferrari's nice looking, but it's red, and that's why it probably sticks out more. But if you park these cars next to each other somewhere out there, everybody, you can say whatever you want, everybody comes over here. They go, wow, that's a beautiful car. Then they come over here and they talk about this car. Because look at this grille. No car today could pull off the craftsmanship and energy that went into that grille. Second, the designer, obviously. Third, the restoration. You can't just buy this stuff at Walmart. They don't sell this on the shelf. You have to send this out, get a professional person to take out the 50 or 60 years worth of dings and road rash and things like that, hammer it out and get it all smooth. Somebody has to give you new lenses, re-chrome the front bumpers, right? This emblem right here, you just can't buy this stuff. Somebody has to make this insert piece for you, and then they go ahead and they get this here. I'm sure you can buy some of these parts, but you can't get them all, and that's what makes this car so beautiful, because it's so beautifully restored. Every piece looks like it's been recently redone. All right, so as we walk around, we've looked at the style of this car. Look at the mug, man. This is a different world. It's a different time. Thinking about James Dean, you're thinking about the Rat Pack, right? And you're thinking about these cool cars and then wheeling around and come on over here. We have wide whites on here with the spinner hubcaps like you're supposed to, right? 8-ball right there for the valve stem. Now these right here are period correct looking, but they're radial modern tires, so they add a 50% better drive. So if you remember driving a 50 Merc back in the day like this, that's been eliminated here, especially because we have radial tires on there. It's going to give you a great ride. It's going to handle much better. It's going to be a lot quieter. It won't care as much when it's cold out. They won't be so stiff, right? You got the lake pipes on the side, and you have all of this molding here. It's been buffed, things taken out, trim done. These fender skirts that are on there, they are removable if you don't want them, but I think they look great on the car. All the glass is new, the weather stripping, the door handles. This is what I wanted you to hear. This is a 51, man. This is 2017. That is a beautifully restored door. We restore doors all the time. That right there is probably 3 or 4 days of working on just the door. All right, so a big portion of this car too is the back end. I want you to see this. This is a lot of styling goes into it. So a lot of people will say to me, like, or they'll say in your own, under your breath, is like, wow, that's a great looking car, but you don't really know why it's a great looking car. Well, it's, all of these pieces come together to make for a great looking car. So like the styling here where it falls off, okay? This piece of trim, okay, this could have been just one piece of stainless, right? But they scalloped it like that to make it look great. These taillights all kind of wrap around. It could have been a flat taillight. This has purple dots in the taillight. They're not stock from the factory, but they do make the taillights look really cool. And if you were in the 50s or 60s or 70s and you had some of these cars, these are some of the things that you did. Exhaust comes out here, okay? I haven't figured out how to get flames to come out of it yet, but I'm sure if that's something that you need to have done, I'm sure we can figure some flames out, right? Reverse lights, this cool piece. Look at this, man. This is where the lock is. How cool is that? All right. This has an upgraded license plate bracket here, but all the chrome and stainless is really why I'm spending the time back here, is because you need to see the effort that goes into a car. This could easily take 3 years to restore this car. Keep in mind, these are long panels down the side. I'm gonna have Colin take a quick peek down here, and I want you to see how straight they are. It takes hours, days, and months to get all of these panels lined up, straight, and ready for paint. It's not about the paint. You and I could both paint, and I've never painted before. But it's about the prep work that goes into it. Because if you've ever painted a wall at home and you don't do a great job fixing that hole or whatever, it shows up, right? It's all about the prep. And this car here is the prep. And you know what? The paint quality continues to go on. Come check that out. Every panel's like that. All right, so come on and take a peek at this right here. You may never open this because you just love driving it, but somewhere along the line, someone is going to ask you to see under the hood. And you need to know a little bit about what's going on here, because what's going on here is different than it was in circa 1951, all right? So if Colin can come on and get in here. So this is a flathead V8 with an upgraded 4-barrel on it, all right? As well as upgraded high-performance Offenhauser cylinder heads. You know what? I love the chrome pieces in here. For instance, like the HVAC system, the chrome lid, chrome air conditioning compressor. Well, you say, well, Tony, that's only a few $100s. You're right. It's only a few $100s more to get a chrome one versus the painted one. But that's what I'm talking about. Every single piece in this car has a little something extra spent each time, right? This, the chrome alternator, breathers, that kind of detail stuff there. The voltage regulator. Look how beautiful the firewall, even little stuff like this, painted satin black like it's supposed to. And as we walk around here, this is one cool piece. I could show this piece all the time if Colin can get in there and just take a peek at that. How cool is that tag, man? 65 years later. 65 years later. The math is right, somewhere around 65, you know what I'm saying. Chrome horns. Look at the detail. Stainless steel bolts in here. Well, Tone, who cares about stainless steel bolts? How much could a stainless steel bolt cost? You're right. A stainless steel bolt's not a lot of money, but it is 6 times more expensive than a regular bolt, and there's about 1,000 of those around here. So start doing the math and you can see how that works. Look at the fit and finish too, man. Look at how everything meets up nicely still. 66 years later. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Anyway, so this right here, I want you to think about going away for the weekend, right? And you're like, well, I'm not driving my 50, 60, 70-year-old car away for the weekend. Oh, yes, you are. This is a restored car. So this is a fairly new 50, 60, 70-year-old car, right? Trunk that can hold plenty of luggage if you wanted to. Some soft bags, hard luggage, whatever. Spare tires there. It's got air conditioning. It's got a stereo system. It's got everything you need to enjoy this car all the time. And that's the idea. Can you imagine going to work on a Friday in this car? Huh? Get out of work, walk on down the parking lot, and your SUV isn't there anymore. You know why? Because this is there. And that's what you walk up to. All right, so let's get in here for a minute. You know what? How about we don't get in the front for a second, because I want you to see how life-changing this car is. Say life-changing? Really? Check this out. I'm 6'1". 6'1". Push the seat up just a little bit so you can see the amount of room here. This holds 3 people here. 3 there as well if you wanted to. Look how much room is in here. It's all restored. It's got hidden speakers back there. There's tons of room. You should see what it looks like from here. The dash is spectacular. Matter of fact, if Colin can kind of wheel himself in here just a little bit himself, because he's a tiny guy at 6'7" on skates. All right, check out the dash from here. Look at the detail. Look at the stainless trim, the polished this, and the mesh behind the grille, the original stereo in there, the clear plexiglass cover across the dash. Full array of gauges, not just lights or not just anything. Full gauges. Beautiful. All right, so this is probably where one of you watching this video is going to be sitting. All right? Wow, this is really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, so check out the door sills with the M on them for the Mercury, right? On the dash as well. air conditioning system here. All right. If you wanted to, and that's up to you, this is a stock steering wheel. We could put a smaller steering wheel that looks just like this, kind of like a billet style steering wheel, if you wanted to do that. Other than that, I think the dash looks great. All the footwell lighting works, right? And you're like, well, so what if the footwell lighting works? Isn't it supposed to? Well, 66 years later, it's not always going to be that way unless it's restored properly. Check out the split windshield. Look at this. Spotlights on the outside. This is a felt headliner. Felt. Custom-made felt headliner. It feels like silk. Anyway, this is why I do what I do, because riding around in these cars like this are the key to a little bit of happiness. All right, so I wanted to hide behind the car, but I just wanted to close it out because I just wanted you to see the overall thing. This is what people see going down the road. They see this spectacular restored car. You've seen some of the details in the video, and I can tell you the drive equals the look of this car. It's a really, really, really wonderful car. Anyway, very rare do we get these cars. Very rare we get them restored to this level, and this is just one of those cars. Anyway, if you can find a way to get this ridiculously cool 51 Merc in your life, call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it. We fire it up for you because this car sounds fabo. Hold on, wait, don't go anywhere, because just in case you see a cute person, nowadays we're all being politically correct.